Looks like somebody's been doing a little mudding. What a gorgeous day. It's 50 something already. Well, I can see nobody came in last night or this morning and tidied up the shop. Cheater 40 commented that he's missing the old red Firebird. I guess I am too. I think I'm going to consolidate and bring it back. Bring it back to its place. Alright, back to work on this firewall. I've got that little piece there, which I cut out of the bottom of that 71 Chevy inner wheel well. And I'm going to try to make it fit right there. I've been forming a piece here for the floor, that little rib in the floor. I like to put that stuff back if I can. I'm kind of funny that way. I could have chose better words. Anyway, I've got that piece formed up. And in there, I still got to create this lip to facilitate the transmission cover. The piece I just showed you goes right here. I migged that together just to tack it together. I'm going to have to, when I take the cab off, finish welding all this because some of this stuff requires a little shaping and I just can't get to both sides of it with that big old motor right there. But my buddy just called me, invited me over to his place. So I think I'll do that in a little while. You know, when I get going on these projects, I don't want to do anything else. I just want to work on them. But it's important to leave the house occasionally. Especially when a buddy calls, you know. Plus he's got cool cars. Maybe he'll let me tape one of them. I've been listening to 80s music because I couldn't stand country music for a while. But you know, man can only handle so much Madonna and stuff. So I went back to country music. I'm done with that after 10 minutes. They forgot it's country. They think it's hip hop. Anyway, I made an error. Doggone it. I need to shorten up my little bend in the metal there. So let me do that. There, I think we successfully did that. I'm gonna go in a minute, but I gotta hurry up and get this tacked in. I just can't stand it. I gotta do it. There, that's tacked in. Now let me go select a vehicle to drive to my buddy's house. That's not good. And that's not good. What the heck is going on here? Alright. Alright, let's see if this old heap will run. It ain't running. How long do you think, bud?
10 minutes.
It's been longer than that. A month or better, I think. There it goes. You know, some guy keeps asking for Mrs. Heavy Chevy to do a cold start, but ain't got to that yet. Not sure what I think about that anyway. Uh-oh, she quit. Alright, here we go. Pretty nice cruising in the old Chevy, isn't it, bud?
Yeah.
After fooling with all these Fords. I like it. Hey, bud. You know what happens when we push that pedal down there where my right foot's at? You want to find out?
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready.
Alright, I've taken a break from building floorboards and firewalls. and I'm working on my steering shaft, and this is the shaft out of an extra 66 Chevy steering column. I figure it'd be a good idea to put some Chevy parts on it. What do you think?
Yeah.
There's some of the parts I got. This come out of the old Ford steering column, the 96. I don't think I'm going to use that, but I do think I'm going to use part of its 3/4 inch double D shaft, and use these U-joints. They're sweet, made in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I got those from Speedway. They're kind of expensive, but one place you don't want to skimp is the steering or the brakes,
This is true.
or your choice of a spouse. There's quite a few things to consider here as we mock up the steering. One, we've got to attach the steering column to the floor somehow, and it needs to be done high enough that these pedals, as they go down, miss the steering column or the steering shaft. So I think before I go much further, I need to build a little more firewall and figure out how I'm going to attach that steering column. But the general idea is this U-joint is splined, 36 spline, 3/4 to match the steering box. That's 3/4 round. That's going to be a welded joint. This Heim joint here will make this shaft rigid, and then we'll have to figure out whether or not I'm going to use this W joint, which they tell me can go 70 degrees, which might come in handy, or if we'll just use that one, and if it'll be 2 shafts or just one. But Mrs. Heavy Chevy tells me she's tired of hanging out here in a grungy old shop.
It's just cold.
It's not cold, it's 50 degrees.
That's cold to me. I thought I lived in the South.
You couldn't live in Wisconsin or Washington State.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.